Hey, Neil Patrick Harris. My first time here on the show. I'm nervous because I'm a fan and I have no idea. I've never seen any of this live, so it's all very strange.
You're
and
well
cool.
aware of how unpredictable it can be in there.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So-
But I'm a forthcoming guy, so
A little bit of nervous excitement today.
a little nervous excitement. Yeah, I figure they're gonna throw curveballs at me, so I'm drinking Red Bull, you know, trying to stay alert. Exactly.
All right, good luck today, Neil.
Thanks, cheers.
Neil Patrick Harris is here. I want to bring in Neil, and we've got a million things to talk about, but I want to say hi to him. I got a note from Mary McCormick, who played my wife in my movie, and she said, I understand Neil Patrick Harris is coming on the show, and please, he's my friend, try to be nice to him. And
No! She's soliciting?
Yeah. I was like, well, what do you mean? What am I going to do to the fucking guy?
Like, why would we not be nice to him?
Right. Anyway, what's going on?
It's just funny because Neil and Richard are out the hallway talking because, you know, they're in the same movie together, the Harold and Kumar movie.
Yeah.
Did they actually work together?
No. Well, I don't know, maybe, but it's really funny because I walked by and I heard Neil go, you know, the funny thing is I'm a haunted house aficionado as well.
Oh, no.
So they're bonding.
I'm a fellow haunted house guy too.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I love them. Do my own ones in Studio City.
Oh,
Not
yeah?
on the
Do you
East
travel
Coast.
around any of them?
Not really. I went to a few of them a few years ago up near Boston.
Oh, that's cool.
But I like subscribed to Haunted Attraction magazine.
Oh, I do too. That and Haunt World magazine. I
Yeah.
subscribe
Oh my
to too.
That stuff's
The
great.
rules. Yeah, the best
West
ones
Coast?
are in Kansas City.
Really?
The best in the whole country. They have like real lax fire codes there, so they're like 6 stories tall.
Oh, wow.
Like, cause none of them in the country can be above 2 stories.
Wow.
Kansas City, they can be as tall as they want, and they're in
Like
these
a
massive
mansion?
warehouses.
You're into haunted houses too?
Very much.
Oh my god, I
I
can't
go to Not
believe
Scary Farm every year.
But yeah, I've been there a few times.
Kill it.
All right, let's say hi to Neil Patrick Harris. I was
We
a
were huge fans of Doogie Howser.
huge fans of Doogie Howser, and I was a huge fan of How I Met Your Mother.
I still am.
There's the guy. All
Hey,
right.
there he is. Hello there.
Hey, Neil. Out of all the child stars, you actually grew up to be like a handsome guy. Like you, at least, like Leave It a Beaver.
Jerry Mathers. Yeah,
Jerry
he
Mathers.
turned kind of strange. Should I just sit anywhere?
Sit anywhere you want. Jerry Mathers was a friggin'
Hi.
mess.
Hey.
All the guys. I understand you're a listener of the show.
I am a listener, and I have
Excellent.
Direct TV, so I can't watch Howard TV.
Right.
So
Well,
I don't have any visual reference to anyone here. So it's kind of bizarre to see.
You're missing all the fun. Howard TV's half the
Now,
experience.
why
It
is
is.
it that you don't have cable?
No, I have Direct TV, so I have tons of the channels. I just don't have digital cable in LA.
Yeah. Well, anyway.
I would love to, believe me, because I don't know what Eric the Midget looks like or
You're
what
kidding.
Blue Iris
Now,
looks
how
like.
can
I've
you
created
live?
this
Yes.
world in my mind of what these people
Better
look
off.
What do you think?
Leave it in your mind.
What do you think Eric the Midget looks like?
I imagine very little hair, like
Oh, he has
glasses,
hair.
be.
He dyes his hair, actually.
What color?
It's
Like
a strange color.
red or
Do we have
something.
picture of Eric the Midget?
Oh, I don't know if I even want to see
No,
it.
you should see.
You're gonna, it's gonna ruin my world.
It might actually make you weep.
Oh no, don't say that.
Here is Eric the Midget. That's
There
him.
he is.
Wow, I didn't
Yeah.
expect that.
That's him
at
in the
all.
middle.
Yeah, the two guys kissing him were Sal and Richard, but and the blotchy foreheaded guy
Oh,
is
wow.
Eric the Midget. Yes.
Yeah, it's sadder than I thought it would be.
Yeah.
Yeah, it always is.
The visual actually is sad.
It's
It
hard
is.
to talk to him when you're looking at him.
There's an element of terror in his eyes.
It's hard to viciously make fun of him when you're looking.
You've never seen Blue Iris either. There's Eric.
Wow,
Better
interesting.
Picture of Eric, yes.
He dyes his hair himself. What about Blue Iris? Do you have a picture of Blue Iris for Neil?
So funny.
This is, all right, here
Or
we go.
did you erase them all?
Wow, what a nice studio this is.
Not bad. You thought it was going to be a dump, didn't you?
I forget that it's on TV, so it's well lit.
It's a television
Very
operation
colorful.
as well. That's
Yes.
Benji over there. and
Where's Fred? Is he around?
Fred's right? Fred just went out to the
Oh,
bathroom.
Oh, Fred left.
Fred leaves.
Most underrated man in radio.
He is.
He is. Up there's Blue Iris.
Where?
There, right there in your mouth.
You're joking.
No,
No.
that's her.
What? She looks young there.
She looks like a man.
She looks
doesn't
like
she?
a young man,
No
though.
way.
Yeah, that's Blue Iris.
I pictured like 30 years older.
Neil, it's blue.
Well, that actually, she looks a lot younger in that.
There's
picture.
urine in my feet. Otherwise, I'd be there.
There's Fred. Neil, right
Hey,
there.
Fred, how are you, man? Nice to see you.
It's pretty scary, huh? Seeing Fred, isn't it?
Behind me like that. That's weird.
Yeah. Stay on your guard. So, Neil.
Yes, sir.
Your parents push you into acting when you get that role on Doogie Howser? You must have had the showbiz parents, right?
No, actually, quite the opposite.
What do you
I
mean?
grew up in small town New Mexico, and I went to a week-long drama camp at New Mexico State, and the guy that was in charge of it, Mark Medoff, is a playwright, and he had written this movie called Clara's Heart, and it was starring Whoopi Goldberg, and the opposite co-star was supposed to be some little kid that was raised upper crust-like, and she became his nanny.
Oh.
And so he thought I'd be right for it. So he talked to my parents, and they're both attorneys in small town New Mexico, and were very reticent about the whole thing.
Do they move out to L.A. with you or something? Is that the
They
plan?
did. Yeah, well, yeah, we thought it was more important to be together sort of as a family unit than it was to split us up. So
You have
until
brothers
I
and
turned-
sisters?
Yeah, one older brother, Chris, 3 years older.
Is he an actor?
No, he's not.
And so you get the shot on Doogie Howser, and how long did that show air?
4 years.
4 years.
Yeah.
And highly successful. I mean, I loved that show. That was a
Thanks.
great show.
Yeah,
I
it was
was a
nice
huge fan
show.
of it.
It was not like a sitcom. It was one camera filmed. That was Stephen Bochco, so he did L.A. Law and Hill Street Blues.
And do they sign you up for a small amount of money because you're an unknown? Do they sign you to a contract that's pretty minuscule?
Well, shoot, for a little kid from Ruidoso, New Mexico, it sure wasn't minuscule.
Did you have enough money after that show that you really didn't have to work the rest of your life?
Not the rest of my life, no.
But you
a
had a
lot
lot
of
of
it went into a trust that I could get once I turned 18. And my parents were very conscious of not spending it. They're actually really amazing.
No horrible story of your parents taking a salary for themselves out of that money and bleeding the thing dry.
You didn't have to emancipate yourself.
No, I didn't. I didn't. But they had to sort of uproot their lives to come to L.A. so that we could all be together, which we
But
thought
are their
was
lives
important.
really that important? You were on TV. Your life became most important, didn't
Well,
it?
they're your parents, so you know.
I mean, screw them.
It does make a unique dynamic where
I
you're
see.
having to, your parents have to be within 50 feet of you when you're 16 or 15 on set,
Right.
just by labor law standards.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And yet everyone thinks that the stage parents are kind of creepy, so no one talks to them, but they're required to be there. So it's tough for them. And then, yeah, they're not working, so they're with me. So they sort of took a salary that they didn't really want to take, but they had bills to pay, and they were there because of me. So it was a strange dynamic for a while, honestly.
It's really weird, too. So then, like, you kind of disappeared after Doogie Howser. I didn't hear about you for a long time.
I did a slew of awkward television movies.
Right. Yeah, it was kind of like you just kind of, I figured you'd fade off into the distance. And then
Yeah.
all of a sudden, How I Met Your Mother came out, and you were really good in that role.
Thanks, dude.
And,
Well, you don't go to Broadway. He did some Broadway
Yeah,
shows.
that
but who
flash
gives a shit
forwarded
about
pretty
that?
fast.
I mean, honestly, that's like not even being in show business.
Broadway's cool, though. It forces you as a person to like stretch out and try and figure stuff out.
Listen, I'm sure there's something to it. I don't know.
Growing up on camera is strange.
What did you do on Broadway? Did you
I did Proof.
Proof?
I did Cabaret.
I've heard of that.
I did
yes.
Assassins recently.
Yes.
Those
So,
are the big
so you,
three.
you were able to memorize lines and do this acting. So you were good at it. And you had to prove something because most child actors cannot make the transition into adulthood acting. Isn't that true?
I suppose so.
There's
I
few.
wonder why what that equation
Because
is.
most of the kids grow up ugly.
You think it's that the physical?
Cute kid. Look, what's that kid? Mason Reese. There was no
Oh.
cuter
Well,
kid than
yeah,
that.
that's, you know.
I'm going
From
back
what?
now a long time
He
ago.
was a commercial
He was in the
kid.
commercial
The
Oscar Mayer Wiener.
Oh,
commercials,
yeah.
He's a great guy. I know him.
Didn't he shoot someone?
No,
No,
never
no,
did.
no.
Never did shoot. Wanted to, I'm sure, but never
He's
did.
got a lot of anger.
No, he's a
He
nice,
missed.
No, he's a nice guy. He's a real nice guy, but it didn't happen for him. Beaver being the example.
Sure.
All these guys. The kid from Wonder Years.
Yeah.
Fred.
He looks
He's
odd.
trying. He
Danny
keeps trying.
Looks
Bonaducci.
good.
Even this kid who's in the movies, the Lord of the Rings.
Frodo.
Elijah Wood.
Yeah, yeah.
Elijah Wood.
Elijah Wood. Looks strange a little bit.
think
and
so?
the most
yes.
Macaulay
Frodo.
Culkin.
Macaulay Culkin.
Macaulay Culkin.
Talk about that.
But he's sort of growing up. I mean, it's hard because when you're a
He's
little...
sort of
50.
growing up.
Sort of growing up. He's 90 years old.
Oh, wait a second. Someone wants to say hi to you. Yes, Eric.
Good morning.
Quickly say hi. Say hi to Neil.